submissive?
Submissive to my man?
Yes.
Yeah, if he does act right, I'm very submissive.
If he acts right?
Yeah.
And if he doesn't?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to submit myself to someone that doesn't act right.
And to me, I feel like a woman should be submissive, regardless of if the man is acting right or not. Naturally, a woman should be submissive. It's a natural thing.
Dear men, especially African men, submission is not natural to women. Neither is being a leader natural to men. The fact that you're a man and you have the genitalia of a man does not mean that you're a leader and a woman should submit to you. Leadership is a skill that is acquired. And a woman will only submit if you have the proven record. If the choices you have made in your life and where you are in your life is a reflection that you have the ability to lead. Stop walking around thinking that the fact that you have a male genitalia, a woman is supposed to submit to you. Submission is not natural to women. A woman is not supposed to submit to you simply because you are a man. She's supposed to submit because she trusts your leadership, your judgment, and the life choices you have made so far indicates that you are worthy of being a leader and you're worthy of her submission. That is how it works. So it is beyond problematic for you to say that regardless of how a man is acting, a woman is supposed to submit. Dear men, especially African men, it is 2024, not 1824. You do not get a woman's submission simply because you have a male genitalia and you were born in the body of a male. An intelligent woman will only consider submitting to a man when that man has demonstrated high levels of competency in leadership, in emotional intelligence, and mental resilience. So stop thinking that because you were born a man, it is your birthright to lead and a woman's natural disposition to submit. That is not how it works. And according to American psychiatrist Daniel Amen, who have done an extensive research on the male brain and the female brain, women are better leaders than men. So dear men, especially African men, you need to unlearn your toxic patriarchal indoctrination and understand that leadership is not given to you because you are a man, but it is based on demonstrating the competencies to lead a woman and to lead a family. My name is Dr. Zita. I'm a sociologist. If you're not following, guess what? Hit the follow button.
Because gender matters. Like estrogen and testosterone, they matter when it comes to brain function. I published a study on 46,000 scans looking at the differences between male and female brains, and they're wild. Women have much better frontal lobes function, much better blood flow to the front part of their brain, which makes them good leaders. If you think of impulse control and collaboration and communication. And the one statistic that just hammers this home is who goes to jail? Men. 14 times more than.
Any man who has the audacity and the temerity to open his mouth and ask you as a woman if you can be a submissive woman or if you are a submissive woman is looking for a slave. And what you should do as a woman is to return that audacity and temerity and tell him that you are not a submissive woman and you can never be a submissive woman. The only way to answer that question properly is to return the same energy. Are you a submissive woman? Can you be a submissive woman? No, I am not a submissive woman. I cannot be a submissive woman. Period. And that is because you already know in your heart as a woman that you should have nothing to do with a man who has the audacity to ask you that kind of stupid question. So there's no point engaging that kind of man. There's no point educating him because forever dumb.
I don't have an issue with this thing, Yoba. The man is the head of the house, the hierarchy. I don't have an issue with submitting, as a woman. But where are we going? Yes, you are the leader. Where are you leading us to? What is the vision? And I think most of our brothers, when they get those questions from their counterparties, that's where they get angry. You can't explain, so you feel disrespected. She starts poking holes in your plan because your plan is not watertight. You feel like you are being demasculated. You feel like you don't have a place. No, she's got the right to know, where are we going as a home? You are saying that nguwe unomthetho, you are the one who's in charge. But where are we going? How can I submit to half-baked plans? How can I submit to a person who's also not sure about the direction? How can I submit to a presentation that is broken? How can I submit to a person who is not sure of himself as well, his leadership skills as well? When the plans don't make sense and you try to advise, the person wants to chop your head off. I understand, because they feel you are overstepping. But we are going straight into a dark hole here. Now you find that there is an imbalance of energies where the woman forcefully wants to take over. Of course, it's not good, but she forcefully wants to take over because she can see we are going to drown if I don't save this ship. Because it seems as if this leader is leading us straight to the rocks. You understand? So there's nothing wrong with our brothers leading. But evaluate your plan. Be open to hearing that actually this might not be the best plan. Be open to correction. It's very easy for a woman to submit. Very easy. It's very easy for us to respect a man. But it must be worth it. When I look at you, you must deserve that respect. You must deserve, oh, I can easily submit to anyone with a proper plan. You understand? Who's going endaweni ebonakalayo. But now we must submit to anything and everything.
Right, so my grandma's like old school, and I was about to wash my dishes. Like, I had my breakfast, had some salmon and eggs, and I was about to wash my dishes. And she stopped me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm washing my dishes. What are you talking about?" She was like, "Don't do that. Let the women of the house do the work." I looked at her like, "What? How you say this?" Mind you, my grandma is old school. So I was like, usually I wash my dishes, grandma. Like, it's not a problem. And she said, "No, you have to train the women to clean. You have to train the women to not be lazy." She said most women today are trained to be men. Most of them are out there being trained to learn to provide, learn to be more like men. And most women, when it comes to housework, are lazy nowadays. I mean, back then it was much different. My grandma said there's only space in the house for one man and one woman. The men do not need to behave like women. Like, you provide, you bring in the stuff, you bring in the food, and she takes care of the house. Made me think the right wife is gonna want to clean my dishes. She's gonna want to be submissive and obedient.